Bitcoin looks poised and ready to absolutely explode. And my friends, I do believe that this next move has the potential to be parabolic. And my friends, I also believe that this move has the potential to occur sometime this week. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. What is going on, my friends? Today I'd like to discuss Bitcoin and the action we're seeing inside the chart right now. If you are subscribed here, you would know I've been pointing out this rounding bottom and this pennant formation which we've been forming now over the past several months. And this is a very unique setup here, as we do see that the rounding bottom, per classical technical analysis theory, can be inherently bullish. But on the contrary, we are also seeing a series of lower highs here. And right now, what I have noticed is that there is another pattern here, a pattern that occurred deep down in the crypto abyss, in the depths of our bear market. And this pattern actually looks shockingly similar to me as what we're seeing up here. So I'd like to compare the two and look at it from a realistic perspective. Is it possible that a parabolic move is looming here in the shadows, or do we look ready for a dive deep down into the crypto abyss? So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up, all right? So we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice, this is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the one-day time frame. Now, a quick recap here. Bitcoin is in a very unique pattern, right? And this can be categorized here as a descending triangle, as the bottoms have been relatively the same, right? Although the price points are a little different, and that's what we're going to discuss here as well. When you look in the general vicinity, they have been very, very close, right? So you can chalk this up to being one flat baseline of support along the bottom, with a series of lower highs forming that resistance along the top, thus creating a descending triangle pattern formation, similar to what we saw back here in 2018, which led to our ultimate capitulation down towards 3,000. So I do see that, but right now I want to focus on not the descending triangle, because if you are subscribed here, you would know I've been covering that in the most recent videos here. So today we're going to go back to this rounding bottom theory, because right now Bitcoin is just consolidating and stuck in this equilibrium. Let's actually pull up a rectangle here. You guys can see the bulk of the price action has been stuck in a very tight range. So right now the trading action has not been extremely lucrative at all. In terms of swing trading, right? When we're looking for swings here, like myself as a swing trader, I'm looking for these crocodile tooth patterns up and down, up and down. And when we're trading sideways like this, this is actually a time to prepare and get ready for the next move. So right now, the big question is this going to rip to the upside, or does this look like it's going to break down? So now let's discuss this, all right? We have a rounding bottom formed here by lower lows that then you could see here with the two stars was a double bottom, relative double bottom, and then we've had a series of higher lows. Okay, we did, there was a little trap here, a little bear trap here, but on the overall now we are trending upwards with the lows. So this gets very interesting to what we can chalk up here is that may this just be a rounding bottom leading to another parabolic move to the upside in a hockey stick pattern formation? Well, we've seen this many times, ladies and gentlemen. Look, if we take our rectangle here, we have this box here, right? Sideways chop, just like we're having now. And then we find this rounding bottom into a complete hockey stick pattern formation. Let's look at another one. Right here, just below this move, we take our rectangle, we draw it sideways, consolidation, and then we get it, hockey stick formation, boom, parabolic rise to the upside here. So does this seem far-fetched in my opinion that we could right now be seeing another sideways consolidation here before we get that hockey stick pattern to the upside? Or better yet, if we look at it from a larger perspective and zoom out, ladies and gentlemen, may this whole thing here be the bottom of the hockey stick before we rip to the upside? Even if we were to just put in a double top and continue this to be bearish, right? I do see the possibilities here. And if we actually flip this over, we're gonna look at this inversely, right? We're gonna look at this from the upside down perspective as well. But I want to look now here, guys, at this pattern, okay? And this is our bottom of the bear market. And you can see I have the trend lines here color-coded the exact same way. Hold on, I just want to make sure right now that this is not getting covered. Okay, I see this here. Sorry, I have a little technical difficulty. I just want to bring this up here. Let's see. I just want to make this a little bit better for us all to see here. Is this correct? Perfect. All right. So now we can see down here at the bottom of the bear market, I have the trend lines color coded, right? And the red, let's just recap up top here, okay? The red is when it's downward sloping with lower lows. Then we have our purple is the bottom, right, where we have our double bottom. And then the green is when we begin our higher low trajectory. So here on the bottom, guys, I actually want to show you that series of lower lows here. Okay, then we have our two stars in our purple bottom, which was the relative double bottom zone. And then we formed a series of higher lows, which is then green. Okay, very, very similar to what we're seeing up above. Now, if you notice here, I have the series of lower lows outlined here. Let's actually draw one more in here. Okay, so we could see here, guys, that we have three lower lows. Or excuse me, three lower highs. Sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. Three lower highs. And then we have these two right here. And I have these drawn out with the exclamation point rather than the yellow down arrows. And this is because this was a relative double top. And what do you know, ladies and gentlemen? Ding, ding, ding. Chicken wings for dinner. Tofu if you're vegan. We also have this same looking structure forming right up here in our current pattern. So let's fast forward here. After we had our relative double top, we broke through that resistance level, right? That flat line along the top here. And what happened? Boom, parabolic. And this sent us on our run, okay? And what I want to see now is if we flip this upside down to get a better perspective here. So when we look at this upside down, you could see that this pattern actually just looks better, right? And you could see that this looks like a complete rounding bottom formation that all the momentum just shifted at one point, right? And it shifted right here, okay? And let's draw a trend line there. Soon as it broke that double top structure, right? These two exclamation points. Once it broke there, boom, we had our first large candle for the Ripponacci Don Dot. Tell your wife, tell your fat. We got it right here, ladies and gentlemen, and it started the entire parabolic move. So right now, let's compare this here. We have the same structure, right? Same looking structure. Of course, past performance is not indicative of future results, but this pattern does have a very similar look to it right down here. And right now, we also have had our relative double top, just like we had back here. So let's extrapolate and let's draw our trend line just like we did up there. Let's take it and we're going to put it right here and we'll draw it across, okay? So this line for me is roughly at about 11,000. So right now, if Bitcoin is to drop off a cliff on the inverted scale, which would actually be a rip to the upside on the regular, and get through 11,000, I mean, this pattern is almost playing out to an absolute T. You see this, right? And trust me, I think that this is a very unique analysis here. I haven't really seen any other traders talking about this, and I just really put the pieces together here today on how similar these really were. So I would recommend sharing this video, ladies and gentlemen, with any other traders you know in your chats and your socials. Do them a favor and show them the similarities here. Because for me, this right now is looking like this could almost be a complete repeat of a pattern. Of course, it does not have to have the same result, but with what I'm seeing here right now, it appears that Bitcoin could be rolling over on the inverse scale, right? Just like it began to roll over up here, okay? And if that does in fact occur, the confirmation I'm looking for would essentially be the same as the one up top, which was the break of that double top, and the break of our double top is right here around 11,000. So if we were to break that, ladies and gentlemen, you best believe Don Carbonaccio may be looking to strike like a cobra out of the grass on a long position. Right now, as I was stating, the opportunities within this range have not been that great. And if we flip this back over, you can just see, ladies and gentlemen, that the sideways trading range in here has really been, overwhelming. And it's just leaving a ton of degenerates in this space. Unfortunately, what winds up happening is that when we trade sideways like this, right, here, for example, down here in the bear market is another example, here in the 68-day stagnation before capitulation, these are all zones here where what winds up happening is that the market's no longer fun, right? The dreams, oh, Kirby, but I just want to be a Bitcoin millionaire. All those dreams have gone out the window in these environments, right? Because this is not fun. You have to understand, ladies and gentlemen, most traders are degenerate gamblers that wind up trying to trade for a month or two, and then they're gone. They lose their entire bankroll. They've lost it. They essentially go trading bankrupt, okay? That's just how it goes, not only in crypto, but in the traditional markets as well. Most people are degenerate gamblers. They are not real traders. They come in with a dream, and they leave with nothing. That's how this works, okay? So in these ranges, these are actually the most juicy times for real traders. And what winds up happening is that when you fall into periods of stagnation like we're in now, you see the true degenerates come out. They're angry, right? They're upset. They get all huff and puffed up. And the thing is, ladies and gentlemen, is that if you see people like this right now that are just getting angry and emotional, and you can really see who's the real degenerates here. And if people feel like that, you immediately know that person is not a winning trader. So you know who I'm talking about, right? Leave me a comment down below if you've been seeing this, because I hope that all of you following along on this channel, when I say things like this, it's not a rant or anything like that. That is a psychological analysis of where we're at in the market. I've been in this market a very long time, and I understand the emotional imbalances and the emotional swings that go along with the volatility in this market. And right now, what I'm seeing here is that a lot of degenerates right now. This is the bottom of the barrel, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of very... I don't know. I kind of don't want to go too bad there on the degenerates, but a lot of people that I don't like to converse with, put it that way, people I don't want to spend time conversing with are just being shown for their true colors in these ranges right now. But for those that are ready to crush the market and are actually looking to become great traders, although the price action hasn't done much here, when you look at this from the perspectives I'm showing you now, you could see, guys, that we are on the brink of what appears to potentially be an immense move. And I even like it better here on the inverted scale, right? Upside down. I think that the pattern just looks better for whatever reason. And the fact of the matter is here is that if we do get a break of this double top and a break of that downward sloping trend line, right, to create that new higher high, which on this inverted scale looks like a lower low, my friends, a long position for me may be in the cards. Of course, that is not investment advice or trading advice. I'm just telling you how I may choose to speculate at that point in time. And of course, guys, I will be keeping you updated with my trades in real time in VIP. Every time I make a trade, every time I plot a strategy, I post it for you in VIP. Like I said, the degenerates, ladies and gentlemen, they get crushed and they cry to Don, you. Why are you saying you? I post all of my trades in VIP, Stunad. I don't know what else to tell you, James or Joe, right? The thing is, ladies and gentlemen, is right now, my battle helmet is on. I'm putting the mud boots on, and I'm ready to get this crypto. I'm just telling you that I'm a little frustrated right now with the amount of low IQ, low educated and degenerate people that I see in the space right now. I just need to get that off my chest and tell you that this is where the degenerates wind up usually getting wrecked, okay? And we also have to keep in mind here that if this winds up being a descending triangle, right? you have to understand here that this could drop to the downside, right? This analysis thus far has been about a parabolic move to the upside, but still, do not chalk it out of the equation here. That this could wind up breaking down, okay? And if it does wind up breaking down, I just want to show you quickly here before we get into some more bullish stuff, because there is a hidden pattern or a hidden indicator I want to show you guys as well. Here, from another perspective, I just want to make it very clear here that if we are to break down, I don't want to rule it out of the equation that it could drop down to even potentially as far as a complete retrace back down to this support between 7,000 and 6,000. Of course, we have our golden Fibonacci retracement there, the 0.618 down around 7,200, okay? We have our 0.5 fib and a bunch of historical confluence here and the CME futures gap, ladies and gentlemen. We'll look at that very quickly before we go back into some more bullish hidden factors here, okay? We also have the CME futures gap that has not been filled yet, okay? It does not need to fill, but it could fill. Just to keep it on your radar, that is between 89.64 and 8,500. Let's get this crypto. So now, I actually want to go over to the Bitcoin weekly chart, and I want to look at a hidden divergence here, a hidden little indicator for you all that may also signal some potential bullish upside action that may lead to the potential parabolic move at some point later this week. But if you are just tuning in now, don't forget to moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell. Let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. Sheesh. So now let's look here on the weekly, okay? This is the BLX. This is an index of many of the top major Bitcoin exchanges, all of their price data into one, okay? Here on the weekly time frame, let's pull up the RSI here as well. Now, what I want you guys to notice is that we had our major parabolic move out of the depths of the crypto abyss, and our first major sell-off came up at around 9,000, okay? And we had this large 2-week sell-off, which was our ultimate drop down to the $7,500 range, all right? And this bottom here, okay, we'll circle it, coincided with this bottom on the RSI. And then our next major sell-off, ladies and gentlemen, was right here, all the way down to 9,000, okay? And you see that that's chalked up right here on the RSI. Now, our next major sell-off was right here, and it was down to 9,400, 9,350. So it was a higher low, right? Higher low, just like the rounding bottom that we were just showing on the other metric there, on the other chart. But you could see here that the RSI dropped lower. So the price stayed higher, but the sell pressure was greater. You see this, right? So when the sell pressure is greater, but the price action remained higher than the last point, my friends, that is bullish, right? That means that the bulls were able to sustain a higher price point, even though the sell pressure per the RSI indicator was greater, right? And my friends, when we pull this up here, this is a classic hidden bullish divergence, okay? The RSI moved down, lower lows 3 times in a row. But when we look back up top here, the price action moved up, a complete opposite, a bullish divergence on the weekly RSI. So there are bearish factors going here for Bitcoin. As I showed you yesterday on the stream, I'll go over to it now just briefly to cover this here, okay? What I want you to understand is that right now, Bitcoin could be in a bearish descending triangle, just as we saw back here in 2018 before our capitulation down towards 3,000. If we look on the daily time frame right now, the RSI here could be in a rising wedge bearish formation. Keep in mind, these patterns mean nothing until confirmations are in. For me, I'd be looking for a break down potentially below the 45 on the daily RSI to fall out of this wedge potentially to the downside. Let's get this crypto. Also, we still right now have yet to really create a new swing high, right? We put in a double top here. Double tops can be bearish, especially upon a retest up. If we cannot even get to another triple top retest, which we haven't thus far when we break down, well, my friends, this may be the final straw here before a tentative drop deep down into the crypto abyss. And above all else, on this drop now, sure, Bitcoin has continued its rounding bottom, but it has yet to truly break out of this equilibrium range and even retest that triple top. Let's get this crypto. So there are bearish factors going here. Right now, the Google Trends data as well, holding on by a thread, ladies and gentlemen. The last macro low was a 43 on the 12-month. Yesterday's close, ladies and gentlemen, I believe was, oh, let's see, has this not even closed yet? Wow, so it does look like it. It says the values here are incomplete, but the date is wrong, I believe. So this may close lower. This might be officially a lower low, ladies and gentlemen. Let's actually look over here at the 5-year data and see if this has a close. Wow, it says it's still incomplete, but the date is wrong. So I guess we're going to find after today, it will start the new data. This says September 14th, but it is currently the 15th. So we are going to see here. The last low was an 11. If this closes at a 10, well, we officially have our first lower low since our parabolic move out of the bear market. Let's get this crypto. Crypto Fear and Greed Index as well appears to be rolling over, has not put in a higher high on a macro level either, could also signal some further bearish action. So right now you guys see that the trend has a lot going for it. The one that I really wanted to focus on here today though was this rounding bottom and the inverse, because right, although we do see that there's a lot of potential bearish action, there's also a lot of potential bullish action. And again, I'm sure the degenerates that don't even understand how to trade, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Kirby, so it can go up or it can go down? James, you don't even understand what you're watching, my friend. Technical analysis is not about predicting the future. If you want that, call up a psychic hotline, okay? That's not what technical analysis is. Please understand what you're consuming, degenerate. Technical analysis is identifying potentially high reward, low risk trade setups. Just as I told you before, if we are to break this double top here, Don Carbonaccio may look to take a long. And why? Why, Stunad? Because this may, just like the last one here, potentially lead to further breakouts to the upside. And if I do go long here, well, I put a stop loss right back underneath the breakout point, take a little loss, or take a big win. You see what I'm saying, right? Of course, again, that is not investment advice or trading advice. I'm just showing you how I may choose to speculate in the future. And if we do break down, right, I'm going to have plays just the same. High reward, right? High reward, low risk, okay? That is what technical analysis is all about. Identifying patterns and identifying the spot in the trend where you can look to get a perceived edge on the market. Let's get this crypto. Please, ladies and gentlemen, right now, if you see the patterns the way that I'm seeing it right here, the similarities that I don't believe any other trader or analyst has seen right now besides the Don himself, share this video with a friend, a trader, in your chats, in your socials, etc. Show them these patterns here and show them to see what they think. And leave a comment down below, ladies and gentlemen, with what you think here about this, because to me, it's quite shocking how similar this is. We're going to have to wait and see. And like I said, guys, right now, this is the time where the real traders are salivating. We see that the move is coming, right? Do you not? We see that the move is about to break out heinously in one direction or the other. This is a time to get very excited here. And I know if you are in my VIP, you should be excited because the Don is getting ready to trade this absolutely aggressively, and I'm going to keep you updated in real time to the absolute second as I make my trades. And for all of you that aren't in VIP already, I don't know what you're doing, my friend. I'm going to keep you updated with all of my entries, my exits, my take profits, all of my strategies in real time for you, right? Let the degenerates get wrecked. Let Average Joe and James at the water cooler take that trip to Wreck City. Let them leave angry comments. Kirby, you. Bunch of clowns, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from Average Joe into Savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. Leave the degenerates behind. Leave them. Let them get wrecked, right? Degenerate gamblers. That's not what we are here, ladies and gentlemen. Stunads. Sheesh. So, ladies and gentlemen, It's been my absolute pleasure here. I hope this has been absolutely eye-opening for you. As for me, I know it was today when I was analyzing this and saw this very, very similar characteristics here. Absolutely mind-blowing. Will history look similar? We're going to have to wait and see. But right now, I see that opportunity is on the horizon, ladies and gentlemen, and I am totally getting ready to strike like a cobra out of the grass to the upside if it breaks that way, or if we break down, I'm prepared to short as well, as I showed you some of my other sides of the coin there, no pun intended. Let's get this crypto. So guys, if you could one last time, moon up the likes, moon them up, smash those thumbs, click the subscribe button, tick the little bell, and let's get this crypto. Satoshi needs a new pair of shoes. So the question I have, ladies and gentlemen, is that this week, if the move does occur this week, are you going to get wrecked and caught like a deer in the headlights? Or are you ready to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe? Let's get this crypto. I will see you in VIP right now, and I'm going to keep you updated right when I enter my trades, ladies and gentlemen. I'm ready to get this crypto. So I will see you in VIP right now. Shout out to all of my new future VIPs who are joining VIP right now after this video. I will see you in VIP right now. And until next time, my friends, the Don has spoken. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.